Greetings everyone, Eric Brown, MOBO-Media. Hey, I thought I'd hop on here and talk about something rather interesting, and that is, veterans who are seeking claims, service-connected claims. I think it's sad that unfortunately veterans have to prove that they were injured due to a lot of service-connected injuries that the military knows damn well is a possibility. They've come a long way, I think, with the VA, but they've got a long way to go, man. The whole claims process is just, it's ass backwards. It's almost like it's set up for the veteran to fail or to give up. But I tell veterans all the time, do not give up. You don't be the one to give up. But the claims process is it's been a back and forth issue over years, for years and years and years, through a lot of the different VA secretaries. Throughout the years that they've had roller coaster ride, they've had backlogs, and they've had stories of people throwing away veterans claims files, which is a true story. These were all investigated and confirmed, so you can go and look it up. I'm sure the VAIG has a whole stack of stuff related to just despicable behaviors like that. But the VA claims process, man, is just so it's so mind-boggling that it's unbelievable. I mean, I'm a guy that believes 1 + 1 is 2, 2 + 2 is 4. If you're in a military job and you are, say for example, your job is with bombs, you're exploding bombs all day, you're detonating bombs, and you're around gunfire, so there's a lot of noise and things like that. So obviously there's going to be some issues with the hearing, or impact to the hearing. It doesn't take a rocket scientist to understand that. And I think that the way the VA is set up right now, they want you to prove that the injuries to your ear occur because of your exposure to something that's totally not normal for any human to be exposed to. But it is the craziest thing, and a lot of veterans give up. A lot of veterans are walking around here, limping and with all these ailments, and should be getting benefits and help from the VA, but they are not, because the system is so convoluted. And a term that's commonly used for the system is it's a sea of good. It's a sea of good. There's a lot of program out there for veterans, but veterans oftentimes get inundated and overwhelmed by a lot of these programs, because for some, they don't know where to start. Some, there's so many requirements, and veterans just don't have time for it, particularly veterans who are already struggling with issues such as PTSD and stressors and other combat related type issues. Veterans who are already struggling mentally, you start throwing a system at them that's an old system that even VA, the officials themselves say it's an old system. You start throwing that at a veteran who's got these mental health issues, then you got someone who's going to be pissed at the VA. And it is commonplace for veterans to talk down on VA and to give them bad marks about the health care they receive. But I would say rightfully so as a veteran myself. I've tapped into the VA system to kind of see how they were doing business, and I was not impressed at all, not impressed. Rightfully so, there are some great people within VA. And I don't mean this in any form or fashion to talk down on any of the staff at VA. What I'm saying is that the system within the VA is horrible. It's a systemic issue. It's much deeper than the staff that work there. These issues oftentimes carry on. They carry over from secretary to secretary, from leader to leader, from administrator to administration. And so it's systemic, and I think the only way to fix it is to somehow got to go in there and really take a deep dive into the system and gut it like a fish. Because it's a shame that veterans have to go through so much to get what they earned. Obviously there's a lot of fraud with claims process, I get that. But I think the majority of veterans are real honest when they say they need the help, and they have issues related to their military service. And so let's hope they get their stuff together with the claims process. I tell any veteran all day long, reach out to the veteran service organizations, reach out to the DAV, reach out to the folks that are in position to help you, your local veteran service officers. Do your own reading, your own research, because the claim process, I'll be honest with you, it's really not difficult. But if you're not an administrator, not used to dealing with a lot of paperwork like that, then yeah, it's going to be difficult. And so reach out to those folks who are in a position to help you. But shame on VA for not even Shame on VA for still in 2025 having a system that's probably with the 1950s or 60s mindset. You know, I mean, something has to be done. Something has to be done. It's not rocket scientists. Military member goes in, they get hurt, they come out, give them what they deserve. 1 + 1 is 1, 2 + 2 is 2. This is Eric Brown, veteran Eric Brown. Please subscribe to MOBO-Media. Y'all take care. Bye-bye.